You meet someone for 4 seconds and you already think you know them. Trustworthy or shifty, warm or cold, competent or clueless. Your brain hands you a verdict before the person has said a full sentence, and most of the time you never question it. Here's the strange part. Research says that snap judgment is often accurate and also often catastrophically wrong, and the difference depends on what you're actually judging. Start with the accurate side. Psychologist Nalini Ambady ran a study at Harvard in the 1990s where she showed people silent video clips of college professors teaching, each clip trimmed down to 6 seconds. Participants who had never sat in these classrooms rated the professors on things like confidence and warmth. Their ratings, based on 6 seconds of muted video, closely matched the evaluation students gave after an entire semester of class. Ambady called this thin slicing, the brain's ability to pull an accurate read from a tiny slice of behavior. Posture, facial tension, the rhythm of gestures, all of it leaks information faster than words do. This isn't magic. It's pattern recognition running on decades of stored data. Every face you've ever seen, every voice, every posture gets filed away and cross-referenced without you noticing. When a new person walks in, your brain runs a match against that entire library in a fraction of a second. For reading things like extroversion, likability, or teaching ability, that fast match turns out to be surprisingly reliable. Now the part where it falls apart. The same fast system that reads warmth from a face also reads trustworthiness from a face, and that's where it gets dangerous. Alexander Todorov at Princeton ran studies where people looked at photos of political candidates they'd never seen before for 1 second and rated who looked more competent. The candidate rated more competent won the actual election a large majority of the time. People weren't reading policy or record. They were reading jawlines and cheekbones and calling it judgment. Todorov's work also found that certain facial structures, like a slightly rounder face or wider eyes, consistently get rated as more trustworthy, regardless of the actual person behind them. This means con artists with a naturally trustworthy-looking face get a head start no honest person with a harder face will ever get. Your brain isn't reading character. It's reading geometry and mislabeling the result as character. So why does the same system work well for warmth and fail badly for trust? Because warmth shows up in behavior, in movement, in the small real-time signals a face gives off during interaction. Trustworthiness doesn't show up in any of that. There's no muscle that spells out honest. So your brain, refusing to say unknown, borrows the nearest available signal, which is bone structure, and treats it as evidence. This is the trap. Snap judgments feel identical whether they're accurate or not. There's no internal warning light that says, this one is just a face-shape guess. Confidence in a first impression has almost nothing to do with its accuracy. That confidence is manufactured by how fast the answer arrived, not by how much real information it was based on. Knowing this doesn't shut the system off. You'll still form a snap read on the next stranger you meet. But you can now ask a better question in that moment. Is this reading their behavior or just their face? One of those you can trust a little. The other one is just your brain filling in a blank and calling it certainty.